2 counts, not guilty on 3 others. What does Weinstein now face? The lead prosecutor calling this a new day for sex assault survivors. And tonight, Harvey Weinstein vows to appeal. The stock market plunging amid growing fears over the coronavirus, wiping out all of the gains this year. And news from the CDC tonight, at least 50 people in isolation here in the U.S. testing positive. And communities from California to Alabama now saying do not bring patients here. While in Europe tonight, they are confronting their first major outbreak, at least 219 cases in Italy. Tonight, 12 towns on lockdown, and we're there. Back here at home, thousands pay tribute to Kobe Bryant at the Staples Center today. Michael Jordan helping Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa. Vanessa remembering her husband and daughter, and Michael Jordan and what he said about the tears he could not stop. The major win in Nevada for Bernie Sanders tonight. He is the clear Democratic frontrunner, and new scrutiny after what he said about Fidel Castro and Cuba. Bracing for a major winter storm tonight moving across the country. It could bring the biggest snowstorm of the winter for Chicago. And then into the Northeast. Ginger Z has the new track tonight. President Trump in India, more than 100,000 people come to see him. The frightening images tonight, the driver accused of intentionally ramming into a crowd. And tonight here, we celebrate the woman long overlooked, portrayed in the movie Hidden Figures, a true NASA star, remembered tonight.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here to start another week. And we begin tonight with the Harvey Weinstein verdict, guilty of rape and criminal sexual assault, not guilty on 3 other counts. Tonight, he's been taken to New York's infamous Rikers Island, once one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. Tonight, Weinstein is now behind bars. He faces up to 29 years in prison. The DA, Cy Vance, saying after the verdict of the women who testified, they inaugurated a, quote, new day for sex assault survivors. Tonight, Harvey Weinstein's lawyers vowing to appeal, and ABC's Ariel Reshef leads us off outside that courtroom here in New York.
He was once one of the most powerful movie producers in Hollywood, but tonight Harvey Weinstein is a convicted sex offender, facing 5 to 29 years behind bars.
This is the new landscape for survivors of sexual assault in America, I believe. Weinstein is a vicious, serial sexual predator who used his power to threaten, rape, assault, trick, humiliate, and silence his victims.
The former movie mogul appearing stunned by the verdict as he was lifted out of his seat and taken to jail.
He looked at me and he just said, "I'm innocent." He's like, "I'm innocent." He's like, you know, how could this happen in America?
But the jury found Weinstein guilty of the 3rd-degree rape of Jessica Mann and guilty of sexually assaulting Mimi Halei in 2006.
I tried to get away, but it was impossible. He was extremely persistent and physically overpowering.
If you do to women what you did to Mimi, you shouldn't be surprised if you have to face criminal consequences for the crimes that you committed against them.
Jurors acquitting Weinstein on 2 counts of predatory sexual assault with a possible life sentence. Those charges hinging on the testimony of Sopranos actress Annabella Sciorra, who claimed Weinstein violently raped her nearly 3 decades ago. More than 80 women have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct. His trial seen as a watershed moment for the Me Too movement.
The trial means so much to so many, but it will mean the most to the brave women testifying and to all of us silence breakers.
Weinstein picking a high-powered defense team, including an attorney who built her career defending men accused of sex crimes. Donna Rotuno arguing in and out of the courtroom that Weinstein's accusers engaged in consensual sex to advance their careers.
You have to know that when you make certain choices, there's a risk when you make those choices.
A lot of people would say what you just said is victim blaming.
And that's absolutely not true. If you don't want to be a victim, don't go to the hotel room.
But tonight, survivors and activists calling the verdict a moment of reckoning for the Me Too movement. Rose McGowan tweeting, "Today is a powerful day and a huge step forward in our collective healing." And Ashley Judd saying, "This is the way it's supposed to be." Harvey's guilty verdict demonstrates how overwhelmingly guilty he was.
So let's get to Ariel Reshef with us from that New York courthouse. And you've learned he's now at Rikers Island tonight, Harvey Weinstein. And when could he face sentencing?
Well, David, due to his back injury, Harvey Weinstein is on his way to the infirmary unit at Rikers Island Jail. His attorneys tell me that they plan to file his appeal this week. His sentencing scheduled for March 11th, and he also faces those additional criminal charges in Los Angeles. David.
All right, Ariel Reshef leading us off on a story she's been covering from the start. Thank you. The other major story tonight, coronavirus. More than 50 cases here in the U.S. and global fears growing. And today, the Dow plunging, losing more than 1,000 points, its worst day in 2 years, wiping out this year's gains completely. The virus tonight now jumping to Europe. In fact, a new cluster we're following in Italy. At least 219 cases, and tonight at least 12 towns are on lockdown. They are still trying to figure out who is patient zero, who brought it there. While here in the U.S., growing alarm, and now a number of communities saying, do not bring your patients to our hometowns. We're live on Wall Street tonight and overseas. James Longman from Italy now.
Fighting an invisible enemy. Tonight, the number of COVID-19 cases in the U.S. climbing to 53 after tests confirm new cases among those former cruise ship passengers. It comes as towns fight plans to move infected patients into isolation in their communities. Frustration boiling over at this city council meeting in Anniston, Alabama.
It spreads from here, it's going to spread everywhere else.
And a judge in California temporarily blocking the state from using a facility for infected patients in Costa Mesa.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's putting more people at risk.
And tonight, Italy, the latest front line in Europe's battle with the virus. 12 now dead in the north of the country, 229 infected. About 50,000 residents quarantined in their own homes.
This is the police line. Beyond here are the 12 towns that are on lockdown. And take a look on Google Maps. You can see every way in is shut down.
As the hunt for patient zero continues, 23-year-old resident Rosella showed us her virtual ghost town.
There are brave people going around here and there. And look, you see the face mask?
The streets in Codogno, where residents are under red zone quarantine, are empty. The refrigerators at the local market bare.
As you can see, there's nothing there, almost nothing there.
30 miles away in Milan, the country's finance and fashion capital, a sign of growing fear. Giorgio Armani's models walking the runway in a room full of empty chairs. And the global outbreak continues. In Daegu, South Korea, our Ian Pannell.
This hospital is now at the center of the outbreak in South Korea. There are more than 200 patients inside and all of them have COVID-19. We've been here about an hour and we've seen almost 10 ambulances pull up with ever more patients.
Hundreds waiting for the face masks they hope will save them.
So let's get to James Longman with us live in Italy. And James, I know that there's real concern tonight, not only about the virus spreading in those towns that you've been reporting on in Italy, but really throughout Europe.
Yeah, that's right, David. And that's because Italy shares a border with a number of European countries. And here in Milan, public spaces are on lockdown, like the Duomo here behind me, libraries, universities, schools, authorities really trying to make sure that the virus doesn't come here. David.
All right, James Longman in Italy tonight, Ian Pannell from South Korea. Our thanks to you both. And we're going to move on now to those raising fears of a global economic slowdown and what we saw on Wall Street already today. Here's our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, tonight.
Tonight, those fears over the spread of the coronavirus sending the Dow plunging more than 1,000 points. Its worst day in 2 years. Stocks now negative for 2020. China, which produces about 25% of all the world's manufactured goods, an important hub for most major U.S. companies. With many Chinese factories now shuttered, American businesses feeling the squeeze, including tech companies like Apple, which assembles its iPhones in China, warning earlier this month of a temporary iPhone shortage and sales slowing there. And retailers like Nike, which produces about 25% of its shoes and apparel in China. Also hard hit, airlines like Delta, United, and American. The industry forecast to lose nearly $28 billion this year as consumers cut back on travel. The virus now spreading into at least 32 countries worldwide, creating anxiety over the growing impact it could have on the global economy.
Until we get some clarity, we're going to continue to see this uncertainty and this volatility in our markets.
Could be a rough few weeks ahead. Rebecca Jarvis live on Wall Street tonight. And Rebecca, the fear on Wall Street, right really to Main Street, in fact, across this country. And you've heard from several small business owners throughout the country?
That's right, David. I've heard from a dozen American small business owners who manufacture their products in China and then sell them here, and they're worried because those factories in China have been shut for weeks with no signs of reopening, and they say that could ultimately cost U.S. jobs if this continues to last. David?
All right, Rebecca Jarvis live in Lower Manhattan tonight. Rebecca, thank you. And we're going to turn next year to the stirring memorial for Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna today. 20,000 mourners at the Staples Center in L.A. Vanessa Bryant delivering a heartbreaking eulogy to her husband and daughter, and an emotional Michael Jordan was right there to help her off the stage before he then offered his own tearful tribute. Our Tom Yamas is at the Staples Center tonight.
This guy can do everything.
Today, in the house he built, the crowd cheering his name one more time. More than 20,000 friends, fans, and legends of the game gathered to celebrate Kobe Bryant's life and the life of his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. The crowd growing silent as Vanessa Bryant took the stage, speaking publicly for the first time since her husband and daughter's death.
I won't be able to tell her how gorgeous she looks on her wedding day. I'll never get to see my baby girl walk down the aisle, have a father-daughter dance with her daddy. Kobe was the MVP of girl dads.
Sharing how she's coping with this unimaginable grief.
God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team.
NBA legend Michael Jordan walking Vanessa down from the stage in tears as well, drawing laughs at his own emotion.
Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next. I told my wife I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to see that for the next 3 or 4 years.
Then recalling the young star he mentored, who eventually became like family.
When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died. I promise you, from this day forward, I will live with the memories of knowing that I had a little brother that I tried to help in every way I could.
Los Angeles and the world saying goodbye tonight to numbers 2 and 24.
David, the event here at the Staples Center sold out. 20,000 tickets sold. All the proceeds will promote the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundations, which help out youth sports that was so close to Kobe's heart. It's how he and his daughter Gianna bonded, and the Bryants want other families to benefit from that as well. David?
Extraordinarily moving memorial today. Tom, thanks to you again tonight on this. We're going to turn next year to the race for 2020, and Bernie Sanders wins Nevada over the weekend. Now the clear frontrunner on the Democratic side. And now the showdown in South Carolina next. The primary just 5 days away. Joe Biden, who has long believed South Carolina would be his firewall. But tonight, Bernie Sanders, the frontrunner, facing new scrutiny. And ABC's Eva Pilgrim from Charleston, South Carolina now.
Joe Biden in South Carolina today, a state he must win to have any shot of stopping the Bernie Sanders juggernaut. Do you think you can win here in South Carolina?
I know I can.
By enough?
By plenty.
Sanders gaining on him here, fresh off of a dominating win in Nevada.
Well, you know, I am a U.S. Senator, and I got a big ego, and I appreciate the Bernie. But it ain't Bernie, it is us.
But now that he's the front runner, the self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist coming under fire like never before and giving opponents fresh fodder by defending the late Cuban dictator Fidel Castro in an interview with 60 Minutes.
We're very opposed to the authoritarian nature of Cuba. But, you know, it's unfair to simply say everything is bad. You know, when Fidel Castro came into office, you know what he did? He had a massive literacy program. Is that a bad thing, even though Fidel Castro did it?
The comments triggering an avalanche of criticism, including from South Carolina's most powerful Democrat, Congressman Jim Clyburn, who spoke with ABC's Byron Pitts.
What did you make of Sanders' comment on Sunday about the virtues of Castro's communist Cuba?
I thought, when I heard that, I shivered. That reinforced the fear that South Carolinians have about his so-called democratic socialism. I think that was an unforced error.
Sanders also on the defensive about the cost of his sweeping plans, including Medicare for all and free college tuition.
Do you have a price tag for all of these things?
No, I don't. We try to. No, you mentioned.